Happy
Good
Monday,
morning.
T-Tribe. Happy Monday, Courtney. How are you doing?
I'm hanging in there, Alex. How are you doing today on this Mondo Monday? That's not the name of the day, y'all. Relax. That's just a word that I that began with M. How are you doing today, Monday, Alex?
I'm doing. It took me a little more to get up this morning, this Monday. Of course, celebrating the holiday, but not really celebrating the holiday, but just having that whole holiday experience this weekend. I think I'm a little tired this morning. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good despite really spilling an entire bottle of creamer all over the floor. For those of y'all that don't know, we have like me and Alex have to like sort of like get in one place so that we can stream the tea to you guys. But like at my normal time that I'm supposed to be upstairs and in my chair, get myself together, I was pouring coffee, but when I went to put the creamer back in the fridge, I dropped it. And so it's like a big white chocolate mocha puddle on my floor right now. But it's okay because I made it on time for work. And that's what matters is our relationship with T-Tribe. Bam!
Exactly. So I know that you didn't celebrate anything this weekend, or you didn't go out of the house, I assume. But did you watch any good TV or anything inside?
What did I watch this weekend? Oh, you know what? I will say, I caught up on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. As you guys know, I'm a big Beverly Hills fan. And I want to say I really have fallen in love with Garcelle. For those of y'all that don't know, or for those of y'all that missed out when y'all were growing up, when I grew up, Alex, I had the Jamie Foxx show, and that's where I met Garcelle. And to sort of see her come into her own, being an excellent mother, and really truly embodying the first Black Beverly Hills housewife in a way that was not stereotypical but still entertaining. Like I love that. Like, she's gonna give it to you, but she's not gonna flip a table. She's not gonna slap you in your mouth. She's not gonna give you a Black ink crew moment, but she's still going to be honest and say herself for that about her. What did you do this weekend?
I absolutely love Garcelle, to your point. I think she adds so much to this season. She's so real. She's so down to earth. She's funny. She's sassy, but not, like you said, she just gives just enough. And I think she has added so much to this season. So I can't wait for them to like get back on track. Because right now they're just doing that, like watching the show, which is fun. But at the end of the day, I see the season back to normal. You know what I mean?
Listen, I was a little worried because for a period of time, Lisa was very much my favorite, and I felt that this season I might have felt like I missed her. And although I do miss her, I definitely am not like I'm not gonna watch this anymore because Vanderpump is not on. I feel like the story is holding its own. So shout out to the producers of Housewives because y'all are still keeping that train chugging.
Oh yeah. I think adding the two was their way of kind of making the transition a little bit easier because no one can fill Lisa Vanderpump's role. I mean, Lisa Vanderpump is Lisa Vanderpump. So we're not going to fill her role, but we can add two more in and kind of balance it out a little bit. And I think they've done like a decent job, but Garcelle is a standout. So I completely agree. She is fabulous.
I agree. Shout out to Beverly Hills. About to go across the hill and go and see some more girls over there. What's up, Beverly Hillians?
Okay, so let's get into some tea we have to spill today. Some sad news. Ariana Grande, Lin-Manuel Miranda, and more are mourning the loss of Broadway star Nick Cordero after a very lengthy COVID-19 battle. We're going to get into that. Then we're going to talk about Justin Bieber urging fans to turn to Jesus amid the pandemic. Obviously, he's very open about his faith, but right now, I think everyone needs that. And so he talks about that. Then we're going to get into some Gigi Hadid news. She's clapping back at an outlet for saying she's disguising her baby bump, which she says she is not. And we'll get into that. Then some weird news. Charlie Puth is asking BTS fans to end the toxic internet screaming match. So obviously this has been going on for a while. This story is weird, but we will get into that tea. And then our girl Kandi Burruss' husband, Todd Tucker, posted the cutest video of their daughter Blaze trying to say dada, and it's just like an amazing moment. So we're going to talk about that. Then in some couples therapy, E's Morgan Stewart, for any E! News fans, is engaged to Jordan McGraw, which is Dr. Phil's son. So after
how's Dr. Phil?
Right? He's like a country singer, he's a musician, and then he's also Dr. Phil's son, and I guess they dated previously. Anyway, they're engaged after 7 months. Then Too Hot to Handle's Francesca, who we know was dating Harry very publicly, is sparking dating rumors with Tana Mojo now. So we're going to get into that. And then roll those eyes, Courtney.
Alex, before you finish, let me just let y'all know right now that we're going to talk about Tana today, but we're not going to talk about Tana in regards to that story, but we certainly going to talk about some things regarding her. Because the reason why is because I was trying to let it rock, Alex, with what's going on with Tana that hasn't been brought to the surface in terms of our audience. But since she want to be cute and date people off of, allegedly, this person off of this corny ass show, we're going to get into some things, Alex. So just let y'all know, hold on to your hair extensions and do all of those things. Get your scandalous hoodies on, because we're definitely going to be doing some discussing during that part.
Yeah, I'm ready to spill that tea. And then, of course, Scott Disick and Sophia are back on. They were seen together celebrating 4th of July this weekend. Of course, we'll get into that news. And then same story, different people. Khloe and Tristan were seen together celebrating 4th of July, along with Courtney and Chris were also seen at the house. Then this is a fun story. A-Rod wants baseball to be more like the Kardashians. So in a new interview, he talked about that. And so we will get into that quote. And then, of course, we know over the past few weeks, we've been talking about Kylie. There are allegations that she isn't paying her workers in Bangladesh. Well, the Kendall and Kylie account has made a statement denying those claims. We will talk about that. And then our OMT story of the day. If you haven't heard this yet, Kanye West formally announces that he is running for president, and he's endorsed by Tesla CEO Elon Musk, who he's friends with, and of course Kim Kardashian, who may be our next first lady. So we will get into that. There's a lot to talk about, Courtney. I know you're ready.
A lot of stuff happened over this holiday weekend, and the majority of it was mess. But that's what this show is for, because it's to the bottom of it. So no worries, y'all. If y'all were a little bit confused, if y'all saw something that you were like, let me scroll past, like I did this weekend, no worries, because we are going to refocus our eyeballs and get into all of this mess that Alex just previewed for you guys. So hold on. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. Kanye West fans, I know. Make sure y'all subscribe. Don't even play around. Subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, and settle on in. Get your snack together. Tell the kids, give you 45 minutes till Courtney and Miss Alex are done. And then go on with the rest of your day.
Yes. All right. Well, let's do it. Why don't you pour up that tea, Courtney? Let's get into it.
All righty, Gru.
All right. Don't spill that. You're going to get some third-degree burns.
Oh, God. Imagine that. I'm just waiting for the day, girl. We need the viral moment. Trust.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, cheers to spilling that tea, but not that creamer.
Cheers to the tea. Oh, yeah, that's good.
Okay, so we will kick it off with, as I mentioned, some sad news of the day. So Ariana Grande, Lin-Manuel Miranda, and more are mourning the loss of Broadway star Nick Cordero. So at just 41 years old, Nick has passed away after a very lengthy battle of 90 days with complications from COVID-19, which saw him develop pneumonia and a leg amputation. He had been in a medically induced coma for a while now. For those that don't know who Nick is, he won a Tony nomination for his role as Cheech in Bullets Over Broadway, and he is loved by the Broadway community. It was confirmed by his wife, Amanda Klutz, on Instagram yesterday, who had been providing very public updates on her Instagram throughout these 90 days, sharing memories from his wedding, of him dancing and singing, and just kind of she would go live every day at 3 p.m. and just update the public on what was going on. So a lot of people have been following this. So she took to Instagram and shared this photo with the caption, "God has another angel in heaven now. My darling husband passed away this morning. He was surrounded in love by his family, singing and praying as he gently left this earth. I am in disbelief and hurting everywhere. My heart is broken as I cannot imagine our lives without him. Nick was such a bright light. He was everyone's friend. Loved to listen, help, and especially talk. He was an incredible actor, musician. He loved his family and loved being a father and husband. Elvis and I will miss him in everything we do every day." So a lot of celebrities, as I mentioned, have also taken to Instagram. Frankie Grande posted a photo of them together with the caption, "My heart is broken over the loss of my friend Nick Cordero. As soon as I met him, I knew God placed him in my life for a reason. He showed me such love, leadership through kindness, strength during difficult times, a true appreciation of life, no matter what was happening around him. He made me smile and laugh when I was down and was magical to share the stage with." Ariana also shared Frankie's post on her Instagram saying, "I am so sad. Rest in peace." Then Lin-Manuel took Twitter to write, "Devastating, what a loss, what a light, whole heart with Amanda and his family tonight." And then, of course, Viola Davis, Zach Braff, Hilary Duff, and more also sent tribute. So this is just a heartbreaking story. Of course, COVID-19 has drastically affected the lives of everyone. And so this is just very, very sad. Obviously, Nick had touched many people's lives, and we send our thoughts and prayers. It's just a horrible, horrible story, Courtney.
Absolutely. Sending my condolences to his family and his wife especially. That's awful. And it just goes to show, for all of y'all that thought that y'all were cute running around this weekend. And that's all I have to say, Alex.
It's a very, very real, real pandemic going on. And this is just heartbreaking news. But as we said, we send our thoughts and prayers. And moving on, but a similar theme, Justin Bieber is urging fans to turn to Jesus amid this pandemic. On Friday, Justin took to Instagram to share a message opening up on his faith and publicly thanking Jesus for allowing him to feel loved, chosen, and forgiven. He captioned this photo, "Thank you, Jesus, for my life. Thank you for your forgiveness. Thank you for showing me I am enough. Thank you that I no longer have to carry shame, but can walk with my chest up and head held high, knowing I am loved, chosen, and forgiven. If you struggle with your past, give it to Jesus. He isn't burdened by it. He loves you and is honored to know all of his little details, good and bad, in your life. He isn't angry with you. He wants the best for you." So this was an obviously interesting post, everything Justin's been going through. His faith is something he's very open about. So this is nothing new from him. But what do you think about this? Do you think that this is specifically saying, "Thank you, I no longer have to carry shame, but can walk with my chest up and held high"? I know some people are looking at this as like, what shame are you talking about? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Honestly, Alex, I feel like although Justin is not wrong, I am not all the way. And you know what? This really is just my opinion. I'm just really not interested in celebrities and religion. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not interested, especially when they publicly proclaim, or like, I feel like sometimes it feels like you should, or like, why aren't you? Sometimes to me, I'm a person of faith, just for clarity, because I know when I do talk about religion, sometimes people are like, "Well, Courtney, you need to." I'm Catholic, relax. I'm not a fan of the world of celebrity and religion mixing. And I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
I feel like my first big experience with that was when if you remember, Alex, when we saw, this is not even a religion thing because I haven't done Madonna with the Kabbalah and the red string. Remember that? And it seemed like every white woman celebrity out of nowhere all of a sudden had a red Kabbalah string or whatever. It sometimes feels very, when it comes to certain celebrities, it feels like they use it as something that's trendy or something that can be used to prey on emotion. So like at the end of the day, if anyone were to hate on Justin Bieber online, immediately some of the believers will be like, how can you hate on a man of faith? How can you hate on a man of Christ? You get what I'm saying? But there are evil people everywhere. those that are outwardly wolves and others that wear sheep's clothing, and they use religion as a cloak to disguise. You get what I'm saying? Not saying that Justin is, but that's sort of the feeling I get when celebrities bring up religion in a very public way.
Right. Yeah. No, I agree with that statement. It's a very, obviously he's very open about this in general, but given right now, he's got a lot of criticism for choosing to post this at this current moment. But on that note, let's move on to some lighter news because this is the morning tea and we have some other things to spill. Gigi Hadid is clapping back at a claim that she's disguising her baby bump after she wears a baggy jumpsuit. So Gigi's setting the record straight. I guess British Vogue had published a story about Gigi's pregnancy, and the outlet explained that during an Instagram live, Gigi answered a fan's question about not having a tummy, so to speak. So Gigi said, "This angle and this really baggy jumpsuit makes for an optical illusion. From the side, it's a different story." So I guess they said that basically she was trying to disguise the baby bump. So Gigi clapped back and said, "Disguise? I said in a baggy jumpsuit, the front and side views are usually different stories. Not that that was intentional or I was trying to hide anything. Will be proud and happy to share insight when I feel like it, thanks. For now, I'm proudly experiencing and sharing this time with my family and loved ones." So this is just, hilarious because of course many outlets, we need stories and in general. And so this was reaching a little bit, but Gigi set the record straight and just shut it down and was like, "No, I'm pregnant," And of course we know that Gigi didn't get to formally announce her own pregnancy. It was kind of, leaked, and then she went on Jimmy Fallon. So we know that she kind of already had an entrance into this pregnancy thing taken away from her. So this is just too much. What are your thoughts on this, Kourtney?
I feel like even if she was hiding it, so what? Like, y'all are mad. I feel like we're in this age now where we feel like we have to see everything. And I know sometimes, especially when it comes to the Kardashians, I know y'all probably thinking that right now, I'm like, I need to see it. I want to see the receipts. But that's because they're trying to pull some stunts. You feel me? I feel like when it comes to a baby bump, already leaked that she was pregnant. So, like, we know she's pregnant. Like, who cares if y'all can't visibly see a bump? Like, y'all know baby in there. Y'all know Gigi and Zayn are about to give us an album of lullabies, and in my imagination anyway. I sort of feel like, leave that woman alone. Y'all don't need to see no bump. Y'all can see the baby when the baby is here, and when she decides, y'all get to see the baby.
Exactly. Wesley says it's her body and her decision to show it or not. People stop being nasty. Yeah, I mean, that brings up the point. Like, do you think celebrities are obligated, and I think I already know your answer, to share their pregnancies publicly? We've seen Jonas and Sophie Turner be very private, not publicly address that she's actually pregnant, even though she's seen shopping all over with her baby bump. Like, do you think celebrities should have to kind of announce it to the world, or do you think it's their business?
I feel like it becomes our business if their brand is to share every little detail of their life with us. You get what I'm saying? It's very much like when YouTube creators, they build their entire brand around couples videos. Like, for those of y'all family vlogs, I don't, because a lot of them are scammers. Shout out to the H family. But I feel like the second something happens with that family, and they feel like they don't want to show it online, people investigate, Alex. People zoom in, they start watching old videos. Their message boards are still available for people to go and check. The Reddit girls are out there speculating. So I feel like if your brand is to share everything, you don't really get to decide when you don't want to share anymore, because people are already used to that boundary you set in the beginning. But if you're kind of a private celebrity, keep it private if you choose to. It's really none of our business. Like, I didn't have a problem with Kylie hiding her pregnancy because I felt like the way that she went about it was cool. You get what I'm saying? She wasn't like, Kylie's pregnant, and then we're all like outside her house, like poking at her stomach. You know what I mean? It was just sort of like, we haven't seen Kylie in a while. We think she's pregnant. Is she pregnant? We think she's pregnant. Oh, she's not in the Christmas card. She's definitely pregnant. And then, surprise, she was sitting here and like all of a sudden I was pregnant. You know what I mean? So I enjoy that way, but like the outwardly sharing everything and then slamming the gates is kind of weird.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Well, before we get into this next music news, Mika, our girl Mika was here a little early, so let's get a little 5, 6, 7, 8.
Miss Mika, nice to meet ya. Miss Mika, she on fleeka. Miss Mika, she loves the tea ya, and we see ya. Miss Mika, go Mika, go Mika, go Mika. Happy Monday to Mika. It's very nice to meet ya. Happy Monday to everyone that did the Mika dance, and shout out to your kids. Alex, start the next story. I have to plug my computer in. I'll be gone for about 6 seconds.
All right, let's do this. Okay, so Charlie Puth is asking BTS Army to end the toxic internet screaming match. And get this. So Charlie Puth and BTS, of course, got to share the same stage virtually. You got look at that. That was like movie magic.
Girl, I be in and out, girl. I got to do it like Tom Cruise, Mission Impossible. I got to make it possible like him.
Yes. Okay. So, of course, as we know, back in 2018, the two shared the stage for the Genie Music Awards, during which Charlie sang a duet of his hit song, We Don't Talk Anymore, with BTS's Jungkook, who previously made waves after cover of the same track. So since then, Charlie has been at the receiving end of some hate from the BTS Army. Fans started spamming his TikTok comments with, remember when you used Jungkook for clout? So Charlie took to Twitter requesting these fans to stop the dangerous, toxic internet screaming match between fandoms. He said, quote, I don't usually pay any mind to things like this, but something has to be said. This dangerous, toxic internet screaming match between fandoms has to stop. I'm 28 years old, so it doesn't really mean anything to me when some person, I don't know, writes a nasty message to me saying things like, I use BTS for clout. I don't know what that means. I love those guys, and they are super talented. So, this story is very interesting to me because the whole thing, they shared the stage because Jungkook covered Charlie's song. So how is he then using BTS for clout when they were just doing kind of this cool collab of Charlie's song? It doesn't make sense to me. Charlie was, you know what I mean?
So let me ask you this, Alex. Jungkook performed the cover, and then BTS fans started to drag Charlie. Is that what you're trying to say? Is that what the story is?
He recorded a cover of the song originally, and then the two took the stage at the Genie Awards to do it together. And then the BTS Army said that Charlie was using him for clout.
Oh. Well, lots of fandoms don't like Charlie Puth to begin with. So, I mean, I'm not surprised and I'm not shocked at all. You have to remember let's have a fandom moment. Selenators, good morning, Selenators. Shout out to your crowns in the chat if you're here. Selenators sort of span across all the fan bases. You get what I'm saying? There's a Selenator, that's an Arminator, that's a Barb, that's a Swiftie, that's a BTS Armier, that's a Blink. You get what I'm saying? So Charlie, according to some of the Selenators, you might have wronged Selena at some point, or why did y'all talked once, right? And then some Selenators feel as though Charlie has been sort of reaching at her attention since that happened. And so maybe the BTS Army, some of them, just are over it. Is there a missing piece of the story that we're missing? BTS Army, purple hearts in the chat if you're here, and let us know why the BTS Army are dragging Charlie Puth for working with Jungkook. Because we like him. Jungkook, I mean.
Yeah. Right. I mean, so this story is a little confusing to me. I get being a fandom and being protective over, kind of your icon and who you support. I get that. And I do get the Selenators for thinking Charlie potentially, allegedly, sorry, that's the correct word, used it for clout. However, Charlie also has his own fan base, and he also is successful in his own way. He's super talented, in my opinion, alone. So I just saw one say in the chat saying, did Charlie have clout way before BTS? That's what I'm saying. He may have gotten that clout from Selena, but he was already on his own way before BTS. So this whole thing is confusing to me.
Charlie might have had clout before BTS, but let me tell y'all something, and this is not shade because I realize how my face looks. Charlie Puth could not touch BTS in any galaxy in terms of clout, numbers, and anything else. So I can understand if fans were saying Charlie was using BTS for clout if something had happened in between the cover and the statement. Like, there has to be something that happened in the middle. Did he like a shady tweet? Did he tweet and delete? I feel as though, although the BTS army is strong and powerful, I feel like they wouldn't react unless they had a reason to react. And we also know that Charlie Puth enjoys trolling. So I wonder if he trolled and the BTS army took it the wrong way and decided to drag him for it. Because it's a lot of people, and you can't be joking with a lot of people and then say just kidding to over 1 million people and expect all of them to even hear you. You get what I'm saying? So I'm just curious thing happened in between. I want to shout out Maria. Maria says, can we come together to boycott enlistment to protect our youth from sexual assault? Hashtag justice for Vanessa Gillian and justice for Lavina Johnson. Absolutely, Maria. Absolutely.
Yes. Lizzie says, I never listened to BTS and probably never will, but Charlie drops bops, so I don't know what they're talking about.
Charlie Puth is kind of a jerk from personal stories that I've heard from friends. So y'all already know I'm not really that much of a fan. I'm really trying to be fair to y'all because I know that y'all love him and y'all are dreaming about him and Selena getting back together, and it's never going to happen. So honestly, I really don't care. Drag him. Go off BTS. Get your fan cams ready and honestly.
Right. I guess we'll just have to stay tuned to see if the BTS army stops the hate or they keep it going. But let's move on to some Kandi Burruss news. Her husband, Todd Tucker, took to Instagram to share this adorable video of Blaze saying Dada. So here it is. I don't know if we have the audio.
Cute, baby Blaze. Oh,
give me a dad.
So you see there, Todd's begging her basically, Dada, come on, give me a Dada. Blaze looks at her and she just walks away with some serious cute baby babble. This was just a cute story of the day, seeing Blaze, of course. He captioned this Daddy Daycare at Blaze Tucker edition, Dada. So this is, I think it's every father or mother's dream to hear their child say mama or dada. So this was just a cute video. But I hope they're doing well, and she looks like she's gonna be an adorable baby.
Absolutely. Shout out to Kandi, to Todd Tucker. I love that couple, Real Housewives of Atlanta. And I'm glad that we kind of get to see these cute moments, especially because we don't really know what the future of the show is right now in terms of how they're going to film and everything. So at least we get these little cute, precious moments from inside the home.
Right. So we got a little inside look to their quarantine. And of course, this is so great because she's a woman or a little girl and he's the father. And this is just how a girl would respond to her father, like, Dada, like, psh, and just walk away. You know what I mean? Like, give it a sass. But at just 1 year old. So I absolutely love this. But moving on from that, let's get into some other exciting news. Our couples therapy story of the day. E's Morgan Stewart, those that are E fans or Rich Kids of Beverly Hills fans, Morgan Stewart is engaged to Jordan McGraw, who is Dr. Phil's son. So after nearly 7 months together, they got engaged. Morgan posted this photo with the caption, just fireworks, very, very simple. She didn't even acknowledge the actual engagement. You just see the ring on her finger. Then Jordan also took to Instagram to share the news, posting a photo of the pair holding hands. And Morgan's ring was just barely visible. So some interesting ways to, subtle, should I say, ways to announce the engagement. But I'm happy for them. Morgan, of course, recently got divorced. I think it was only a year ago. But the best part about this is that they actually dated before she was married, like 10 years ago. And Jordan broke up with her. And so Morgan was saying that he was like super persistent about getting her back. So that's why I love this story, because he worked hard for it. And it's kind of like Morgan was the one who got away and he came back. And I love this. And then, of course, him being Dr. Phil's son, it's just a random, interesting story. And so Dr. Phil took to Instagram to basically comment and say he's thrilled about the news, saying, Rob and I are so thrilled for you and Jordan and so proud to add you to the family. Love you both. And then he also commented on Jordan, saying, Jordan's so happy and proud for you and so thrilled that Morgan is going to be part of the family. Good job on that ring, Dr. Phil said. So this is just a cute story. Are you a fan of Morgan Stewart?
First of all, let me say congratulations to Morgan. I myself am a big Justin fan. Like, I very much enjoy watching Justin report the news, and I very much enjoy his podcast, Just a Sip. I will say I very much enjoy Morgan because she be talking her ish, and she really don't care. And I feel like anybody that can sit up there and tell their version of the truth in terms of their commentary on Justin Bieber and have Justin Bieber comment and still go to work the next day and continue talking her ish, that's a girl that I'm trying to brunch with, because I feel like you can't be in this kind of industry. You can't be someone that is hired to do commentary and not give it. You get what I'm saying? And for me, Morgan gives it. Shout out to her. She deserves a ton of happiness.
She does. She is great. I love watching her. She's super funny. I also love her fashion and her Morgan Sport line. So the girl is using her platform and getting all kind of the press and everything she deserves. So congratulations to her. I'm glad she found happiness after such a very public and awful time. But let's move on to some other public people. Too hot to handle. Francesca Farrago sparks dating rumors with Tana Mojo after announcing breakup with Harry Jowsey. So Tana and Francesca are apparently getting close. The two were seen leaving Boa Steakhouse holding hands after celebrating the birthday of their friend Cole Kerrigan. Tana, who is very open about being bisexual, wrote on her Instagram story, "We're dating now, pick it up TMZ," along with videos of the pair having fun together at the party. So what do you think about this? Do you think this is just two women holding hands, having fun, leaving a party together, or do you think something more may be there?
Speculation, not confirmation. This is what I believe. I believe that Tana Mojo's manager allegedly got in contact with this young lady's manager and said, hey, listen, there is a young Black creator that is online, and all of his tweets have to do with his experience working with us on a collab channel with Tana Mojo, and how he allegedly did not get paid, how he alleged lots of microaggressions from Tana, a white woman, to a Black young man. And the fact that she is ignoring it all. You get what I'm saying? So what happened was he put out this video. This creator's name is Colin Berry. And he put out a YouTube video just being honest. He said, listen, we're in a time today where our white brothers and sisters, our allies, need to understand that these microaggressions are not okay, right? Let's just keep it down to the basics, Alex. He put this video out. Lots of people have been tagging Tana in the video, tweeting her manager. Her friends have gotten involved. Tana herself said, you know what? I understand the error of my ways. You and me, Colin, let's go live on your channel and let's have this discussion live. Do you think, Alex Schiffman, that Tana Mojo DM'd Colin Berry even after that night, after the whole internet had continued to tag her and say, hey, Colin, did you hear from Tana? Did she address this racial issue in the era of Black Lives Matter? No, she's been ignoring it. She's been partying. She's been on Instagram. And now allegedly she's trying to cover up all of this by dating someone off of a flop Netflix show. Shout out to Netflix. But it's a cover-up, Alex. It's all a cover-up. Tana is all about finding a bigger moment so that we can forget her past. Now, if y'all go on Twitter, you can find threads of deleted tweets that Tana has been using the N-word, all sorts of racial slurs online. So I definitely encourage you guys to do your research and do your homework. I understand that for a lot of you guys, Tana Mojo is a guilty pleasure, but I feel like anyone that can't apologize for racism or even just microaggressions, even a statement. You get what I'm saying? I can't support that. I cannot go to Playlist Live in Orlando, Florida, hopefully next year, and smile in her face and kiki at the party, because I know that you don't care about me, you don't care about my brothers or my sisters or my community. So if you're a Black person and you're a fan of Tana Mojo, I encourage you to at least think about who you're supporting, because the same thing happened with Jeffree Star, and look where we are 10, 15 years later. Still racist, still in some drama, still remaining quiet so that it can be covered up while Shane get thrown up in the grinder, grind it on up. So that's all I have to say about that. I don't care who she's dating. because all of that is irrelevant. All of this is simply a stunt to cover up the fact that Tana is still doing dirt and trying to cover it up. Thankfully, I got a platform so I can inform the people. Now, y'all go ahead and tweet Tana and make sure that she apologizes to that young man because he deserves that. Shout out to Autumn McCaddy. Good morning, Alex and Courtney. I'm so happy to have caught up on the morning tea on my day off. My twins are taking their afternoon nap. Hashtag relaxation is the name of the game, Mom Tribe. So Alex, Autumn had twins. She was pregnant throughout the first of our show, and she had the twins. So whenever Autumn pops into the chat, we got to be quiet because the twins might be asleep. So good morning. Good morning to the twins.
Well, I think we should on that story because clearly there is a bigger story, which thankfully you provided for us. But if this is true, in my opinion, I also don't believe that this is true. I think, like you said, definitely could be a stunt. I also think it's a stunt on Francesca's part because she was very public about being heartbroken and very depressed over the breakup. So she wants to be seen having fun, hanging out with popular creators. So I don't think this is true. And let's move on to something that is true because we have photo proof to prove it. So Scott Disick and Sophia celebrate 4th of July together. And this is the first time reuniting since their breakup. The two reunited for the first time on Saturday since their split in May. They were spotted having lunch together at Nobu in Malibu, which seems to be the Kardashians' favorite restaurant, with another couple. And then they attended a friend's beach party together. So I guess the whole Kourtney Scott rumor is put to rest because he's definitely back with Sophia. And we have the photos to prove it. Of course, they were seen on the beach together and very much back together. So what do you think about this, Courtney? I feel every day is different.
Alex, my question is, are they going to be broke up by the time it's time to ask Wesley what he got to say on Wednesday? Are they going to be together?
Exactly.
I don't think so, girl.
Listen, I know breakups are messy, and we've all, at least I've been there where you're back and forth, and I'm sure it's hard for someone to kind of go through that publicly and kind of work it out. So maybe they're just trying to work it out and they're not officially back together, but they're slowly doing it. They decide to celebrate the holiday together. We'll see what happens. But like you said, by Wednesday, he may be back with Courtney, so we don't know. We'll just leave it at that. Okay, Speaking of Courtney, let's get into our Car Jenner tea time right now. Take it away, Courtney.
Alrighty, y'all. If you're ready for all of that tea from behind the Car Jenner gates, be ready to turn your volumes down for Car Jenner tea time. Hello to everyone in my studio, which is now just myself.
Yes. Okay, so similar story, as I said, different couple. Khloe Kardashian celebrated 4th of July at Tristan's house after the engagement rumors, of course, we spoke about. Khloe has shut down those rumors all over Twitter saying, what? I just got on. What's going on? She's basically saying this is not true. However, she was spotted heading into Tristan's house with Kris and Kourtney. No sign of other Kardashians, just those two. Probably because Scott is at the beach with Sophia, so Kourtney needed other plans. However, they went to Tristan's house. Earlier that day, Tristan was also spotted driving Khloe's car to Rite Aid to pick up groceries, possibly for the party or something. Although the Kardashians have yet to share any photos from the party, Khloe did share some Instagram pics of red, white, and blue and gold balloons that seem to be from the event. We see here. And then Kourtney also shared a video of what looked like hamburgers cooking on a grill, as well as a pic of the finished ones in the buns with the caption, "Yum, but no bun for me today." So what do you think about this? I mean, this seems as if they're officially all one big happy family.
I mean, listen, I guess, period. I feel like, you know what? We are just spectator in an awful, 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 awful accident. And because it's been so long, our necks are literally trained to look in this direction and not look away. If she wants to be with Tristan and be all up in his house, you grown, but so are we, Alex. We grown and employed, and it's our job when she put the clown mask officially all the way on, complete with nose to go beep beep, that we sit here and we talk about it. So she's a grown woman, she's an adult. Is it what's best for True? That's always going to be my question. Is that what is best for True? When True grows up and she sees the story of her life played out in the media, and she'll be able to Google and watch old episodes of This Obviously Girl. I wonder how she'll feel about this. Shout out to Triple V and me. Good morning or good evening, wherever in the world you are.
Shout out. Ooh, look at that unicorn. Yeah, you know what? This is just something that unfortunately we don't have an answer for yet. We thought we had a little confirmation with the ring. However, Khloe shut that down. But they're still celebrating 4th of July together. And we've seen Khloe kind of be very distant when it comes to actually hanging out with Tristan, like alone. And I mean, yes, Kourtney and Kris are there, but this is pretty much a very small, intimate gathering, as so it seems. But yeah, I guess we will just have to wait. There was no photos of True there, but I'm sure she was there. But yeah, so they were very kind of subtle with just the balloons and just the burgers on the house. So they're ready to kind of admit it just yet. I just saw someone in the chat saying maybe Khloe's pregnant again. Ooh, you know, it wouldn't put it past me, but it is what it is. But let's get on to some other people talking about the Kardashians. Alex Rodriguez wants baseball to be more like the Kardashians. So A-Rod thinks that the MLB can learn a thing or two from the Kardashians. Baseball has been long criticized for its struggle to market the game's biggest stars compared to the NBA and the NFL, which is very true. So during a recent appearance with ESPN's First Take, A-Rod suggested how additional exposure can resonate with young fans. So he said, quote, "The Kardashians have taught us that more is more, less is not more. Not in 2020, not in the future. You have to open up the floodgates and clone what the NBA and NFL has done so well. Major League Baseball has an opportunity this year to do that." So he noted that baseball can provide similar experiences via access and miking the players, comparing how the Kardashians give access through their show and their social media. So this is just some interesting news. I guess A-Rod's a Kardashian fan.
I guess. If that's how I don't know. I feel like the Kardashians should be the Kardashians and baseball should be baseball, and A-Rod and the rest of them, whoever they are, because I don't know any other players, can go over there in the pit, right? Isn't that what it's called, the ball pit? Or am I thinking of Chuck E. Cheese? Wherever, go hang out with the umpire over yonder. Go do that.
With Chuck E. Cheese. The dugout is in MLB.
The dugout! Come on, the dugout! Sports time!
You and I are going to the ball pit. A-Rod's going to the dugout.
Going to the celebration station, girl. I ain't going to the football field.
So he's basically saying that, you know, more is more, less is not more. So that famous saying, less is more, I guess in 2020, with all social media and all of that, he's saying you got to give them all, you got to give the people what they want. What do you think about that? Do you think?
Alex, I'm going to say this. Mental health is more. You get what I'm saying? Social media is exhausting, and although it can be very lucrative financially, depending on who you are, I feel like it's not worth it a lot of the time. I feel like mental health equals more. Taking those breaks, going for walks and just listening to music, unplugging, shutting the laptop screen, turning everything on yourself a beat. I feel like that's more because everybody is always oversharing online. Like it just seems like A-Rod wants the MLB to join the social media competition. Like who has the best life? Who has the best players? Get into all of the behind the scenes that we've all created for you to enjoy. You get what I'm saying? Girl, get over there with them jerseys and the bats and all of that and the mitts.
Michelle said that baseball players might not want to be a part of the limelight that much. Very true. Very true.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It'll give something for sports channels to cover though.
Right.
Like listen, if this is gonna give the fumbles something to talk about, I'm here for it. Get the cameras in there. You get what I'm saying? Give the sports fans something to talk about if they're not playing like that. Because the only thing I hear about sports players is they have COVID. So once they get better, and they bring the cameras in, then sure. But as of right now, I do not care about seeing some sort of Bravo version of what's going on during the baseball season. Now, A-Rod, you need to get back in the booth with Miss J-Lo.
That doesn't seem too exciting to me either. I mean, the baseball players I know, no shade. I mean, they're not that type of personality normally. I'm not saying everyone, but they're a little bit more private than your average NBA or NFL player in my experience. Well, let's talk about something else people are talking about. Kendall and Kylie Jenner's clothing brand denying claims that it failed to pay workers in Bangladesh. This has been an ongoing, developing story. Well, Kendall and Kylie have finally responded to those claims, saying, so the claims originated in an article published in Remake on June 1st. We discussed it, reported that the company GBG refused to pay its garment suppliers for orders produced in February and March following a drop in sales caused by the coronavirus pandemic. Well, the brand took to its Instagram to set the record straight, saying, quote, we would like to address the unfortunate and incorrect rumor that Global Brands Group owns the Kendall and Kylie brand and that we have neglected to pay factory workers in Bangladesh as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. This is untrue. The Kendall and Kylie brand is owned by 307-2541 Canada Inc., not GBG. The brand has worked with CAA GBG in the past in a sales and business development capacity only, but we do not currently have any relationship at all with GBG. So they went on to say, we know these are trying times for the fashion industry and garment workers as a whole, and we continue to support all of our partners working in the factories who produce our products. We manufacture in countries all over the world and have not received any concerns from the factories who produce our goods. So they're saying this is not true. They're not even owned by this company. Do you believe that, Courtney? What do you think about this statement?
I want to ask you real quick, and we don't have to get into it like that if you have, but let me ask you, have you ever seen the show Big Brother before, Alex?
Oh, yeah.
Ever, like a full 3 episodes or so? Okay, so you know what a back door is when the players all get together and for those of y'all that have never seen Big Brother, it's an elimination style show. Think Survivor, but in a house. So a back door is when they all look in one person's face and they go, you're not going home, you're not going home. And then they really go home because it's a back door. I feel like, and then at the end of that, everyone goes, like the head of household goes, well, that wasn't blood on my hands. The goal is to get everyone out without it looking like you were the one setting it all up, basically, in my opinion. So I feel like Kylie and Kendall were like, well, sorry, y'all, there's no blood on our hands. Y'all need to go and talk to whoever that is over there and figure out where your coins is. Because Miss Kendall and Miss Kylie, we ain't had nothing to do with that. We don't wash our hands clean on all of that blood now, Bangladesh. Y'all need to figure that on out because we're going to go back on up to the head of household suite with all the millions and the coins and our babies and keep living lavish. That's very interesting. They waited a long time to put that statement out because we talked about that a minute ago, Alex. They waited till Chris talked to the lawyer team, talked to the lawyer over in Bangladesh and figured out how they were going to get out of it. But yeah, shout out to Big Brother and shout out to the Kar Jenner sisters. I see all one saying, I hate that meatball guy, Josh. I love that meatball guy, Josh, because Josh did what he needed to do and came out with that money. So shout out to all the Big Brother players. That's like my dream. That's like my dream to be on that show. So shout out to
Big Brother. I love Big Brother also.
Oh, yeah.
Latrice is saying they do seem to be fumbling as a unit. Lately they're getting a lot of bad press. That's right, Latrice. They're kind of cracking. I do think they will overcome this because they overcome everything. However, that doesn't take away from the fact that they're kind of struggling a little bit. But
my thing, Alex, is this. Even if it's out of their control, Kylie's almost a billionaire. I think it would be fair to speculate that those people in Bangladesh weren't being paid that much. I'm the kind of person where I feel like if I were in their position, I'll be like, at least I'll even say it just to speak candidly, even if it was like, oh my God, just to get them to go away, give them their money. That's pennies. That's maybe a light nickel out of Kylie's purse. You get what I'm saying? Kylie, give the people of Bangladesh their coin. Even if it's out of your control, people still bought the products from you, from the face. You get what I'm saying? So like, you're the face need to cough up the coin. You get what I'm saying? I don't understand. It's just like, wasn't us, but like, y'all are still rich, so pay the people, or else you ain't gonna have no Bangladesh workers, right?
I know, it's super, super messy. Well, let's get into our OMT story of the day, because I know that you're gonna have a lot to say about this, Courtney. So Kanye West formally announces that he's running for president, and he's endorsed by Elon Musk and his wife, Kim Kardashian. So after years of hints, Kanye is formally announcing he's running for president this year in a challenge to President Trump, who he once supported, and Democratic rival Joe Biden, winning support from his friend and Tesla CEO, Elon Musk. So Kanye previously forged an alliance with President Trump, siding with him on many issues. He was pictured in the Oval Office in 2018 wearing a Make America Great Again hat. Kim worked with the Trump administration on criminal justice reform. So they've been very heavily involved in the Trump administration. He once called the president his brother and previously hit back at criticism towards his support for Trump. So although he didn't actually vote for him in 2016, he later said that he would have voted for Trump, and earlier this year suggested he would vote for him in November. So on July 1st, Kanye tweeted that he was hanging out with Elon Musk. He tweeted this photo with the caption, "When you go to your boy's house and you're both wearing orange," and then had like an orange emoji. Then on Saturday, Kanye West tweeted this official announcement: "We must not realize the promise of America by God unifying our vision future. I'm running for president of the United States, hashtag 2020 vision." Elon Musk responded to this tweet saying, "You have my full support." Then Kim publicly pledged her support and retweeted his statement, adding a flag emoji. And then, according to Forbes, Kanye is reportedly yet to file any paperwork to get on the state election ballots, while he has missed the deadlines for states including Texas, New York, and Indiana. But he still has time to file as an independent candidate across most states. So, of course, Kanye's announcement was met with tons of skepticism on social media. Some people pointed out that this could actually work out in President Trump's favor, saying Mark Caputo took to Twitter and saying Kanye West went from endorsing Trump to claiming he's run against him, an announcement that benefits the president to the degree it spotlights Biden's need for Black voters and his potential weakness with young voters. Another person tweeted, David Gardner tweeted, "Kanye West isn't really going to run for president, but his next album will be called Presidential Dropout." And then, of course, many celebrities have mocked him on Twitter: Tiffany Haddish, April D. Ryan, Billy Eichner, Hilary Duff, Bob Saget, Octavia Spencer, goes on and on. So, Courtney, I know you spoke about this on your channel already, but give me the tea. How do you feel about Kanye being our president?
I find it, to be honest, Alex, it's annoying. Can I tell you why? It's because I feel like, sure, it's about us, but I'm thinking about the generation after us that will feel the shockwaves of whatever the outcome is in November, right? So I'm already seeing people out there being like, I'm voting for Kanye, like just to be funny. And it's like, some of those people have kids. And I'm over here like, yo, think about your kids. You over here being stupid and thinking that is funny. And what y'all are really going to do is sit up there like y'all did with, it might have been when Trump was, wasn't y'all writing Harambe on the stupid ballot? And then look what happened. Egg on our face. Omelette du fromage. Welcome back. So I find it to be scary, frustrating, and irritating. I'm going to be for just a moment. Taylor Swift, it's time for you to come out of the shadows with the diss track. So stupid to even say that. The messy stand in me wants that. Girl, shut him TF up. I feel like people don't get distracted. It's very much like I say in the chat. Hashtag stay focused. Y'all need to stay focused on voting in the right direction this November. Just get out and vote. You get what I'm saying? And don't vote for Kanye, because I feel like a vote for Kanye is a vote for Trump. There, I said it. Because if y'all vote for Kanye, Trump gonna win, period. So if you don't want Trump to win, don't be an idiot and vote for Kanye. There, Political. Ta-da.
But, yeah, I hear you. A lot of people are saying that, a presidential candidate should take a mental health evaluation, given everything that's gone on. I think that's a good point. I think that, Kanye has been very open about his mental health struggles and all of that. So just speaking to that point, I think that being our president really, really takes a strong-minded, healthy person. Not that I'm saying Kanye is not. However, I think that is a very good point. I also want to speak to the point, what do you think about Kim as our first lady? I will say that, like, of course, she is educating herself in the legal part of it. She's going to law school. So that, I think, is a good thing. I think her fashion will be fierce. She'll be sponsored by everyone. And, the first lady has to look bomb at all times. So I think she's got that going. But what do you think about Kim as the first lady?
I'm thinking that I hope we don't have to go back to the studio no time soon, Alex, because I feel like if this is taken seriously and we're subjected to more mess for the next 4 years, I'm hearing that New Zealand, girl, them COVID cases, girl, they are low. Girl, let me tell you, they low. So, girl, where my passport stamps is at. Now, Pamela Anderson, if y'all watched The Hills New Beginning, the first episode like I did, Pamela Anderson said, girl, Trump is the president. Goodbye. Put some stamps on his passport. I'm moving out. And obviously might consider following in Miss Pamela's lead. I just feel like why would you want to be subjected to a company where people don't care about others' health, but then they preach all lives matter, saying we're in a pandemic, but some of y'all are making wearing a mask for the health and safety of other people a political statement. You get what I'm saying? So why I want to live here for? Why am I celebrating the 4th of July for? That's why I felt like all of y'all that was supporting y'all were looking stupid and crazy. No offense. Because y'all are celebrating a company where Black people are being lynched every single day and the police are claiming it's suicide. So what's there to celebrate? I feel like the idea of Kim being in office is the biggest joke that America could even pretend to write down in a notebook for sketch comedy. You get what I'm saying? I just don't think that it's funny. Like, we went from having someone that I could look up to, even as a grown-ass man. We had Michelle Obama with the good hair, sharing golden nuggets, it seemed like, every single week. And now there's the potential that we could have Kim getting rocked upside her head by stank-faced Kourtney Kardashian in office. Y'all, we got to take this serious. If you don't want to go outside like I'm not trying to go outside, mail in a ballot. It's just that simple.
Yeah. Did you see the Michelle Obama doc on Netflix?
I have not yet, but I definitely want to check it out because a lot of the T Tribe has been telling me I need to really block out some time and sit down and watch it.
Do it. It's super inspiring. To your point, if you love Michelle Obama, you got to watch this doc. It's really great. Wesley says Kanye's slogan might be "Yes, we Kanye." That is definitely a slogan.
Kanye, we want nobody. You pulling antics, and all we want from you is one song. One song, and you could go back to Wisconsin or Wyoming or wherever you are and roll around in the cornfields, maze Zilla on that ass, and leave us alone. Annoying.
Yeah. We don't want a new president. We want a new body.
Yes, Alex.
Well, on that note, that is all the tea we are spilling today. It was a heavy Mondo Monday for us. I guess we're just using that. But of course, I'm Alex Schiffman. You can follow me on social media at Alex Schiffman. Courtney, where can they follow your revolution?
If you want to follow me on social media as well as my own personal YouTube channel for more mess, be sure to follow me at Courtney Revolution. Just spell that down there. Spell out.
Yes. And we will be back tomorrow, same time, 8:30 Pacific Standard Time for Tequila Tuesday. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, do all the things we do so we can come back tomorrow and spill more tea. All right? And on that note, take us out, Courtney, with Wash Your Hands.
All righty, we'll see you tomorrow. And now it's time to wash your hands, Dave. You better wash your hands. Wash your hands. Wash your hands. And say just wash your hands. And say just do Dave, what you just do. Wait, just wait. Just wait. day.